the channel. Trip Talk Tuesday this week. We are officially 7 days away from our trip. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's only 7 days. And I know there's been probably a big jump between the last Trip Talk Tuesday that we did and this one. I think my countdown last time was maybe around the 40-day mark, and I am sorry about that, but it could not have been helped. I've had a tonsillectomy and had my tonsils ripped out about 2.5 weeks ago now. Not only that, but if you didn't already know and you don't already follow our weekly vlogs, this is a surprise trip for the kids. So it's been very difficult to pick up a camera and talk about it pretty much because they're always there. But I'm sure you all understand that's the reason for the lack of the trip countdown videos. Today I'm going to be talking about what's in our travel bags. Now I'm not going to go through like everybody's bag individually and stuff. I've just got a few little bits together, just wanted to show you what we take in our, mainly our hand luggage, to be honest with you. There are a few little bits that we take in our main luggage. This will probably help a lot of mums and dads out there, parents, grandparents, who wants to take their children away, maybe on a long, even on a short haul flight, this can be applicable to, I suppose. You don't have to be going like for 9 hours. A few of these hints and tips that I'm sure you'll be able to take away with you and make the journey with your little one a little bit easier, because it is hard. We've flown with we've flown with a 10-month-old, coming up to 1-year-old. We've flown with a 3-year-old in Sophia last year. We've flown with a 4-year-old. This year we will be flying with a 2.5-year-old and a 5.5-year-old. She's going to be 2.5? No, maybe not 2.5, coming up to 2.5. The ages of the children that we've travelled with in the past have been quite a good range, to be honest with you. So I do feel I have a little bit of knowledge and been able to say, like, from the difference between a 10-month-old, travelling with a 10-month-old and a 5-year-old, because we've been fortunate to travel numerous times in between there at different ages. So yeah, I do hope this is beneficial, and even if you just take one thing away from it, then great, brilliant. This is HAKZ hand luggage bag. It's just a little mini Primark bag, £6 I think, still got the tag on, to be honest. £6 from Primark it was. This is what she's going to be taking on the plane with her. We did have last year a Peppa Pig pull along, and I know she would enjoy pulling it along now, I'm sure she would, but she will get bored of it. She will just get bored of it, I know she will, and end up one of us pushing it, which obviously we've got the car seat bags and the pram and things like that. So we're just going to take that. She'll enjoy putting that on the back of her back. The back of her back? She'll enjoy putting that on her back, I'm sure. Zach has his lightning pull along, which again, if she wants to have a little pull along, if she wants to bowl one around up and down the airport, then she can. There is one there. But I have opted this year for just a backpack for her. Achoo! In the hand luggage bags, both the hand luggage bags, I have bought them few little books. I've bought them some colouring stuff. I managed to get a couple of these little Peppa Pig books, which are quite cute, and they're only small as well. They were like £1 from Home Bargains, 50p even, I think one of them was actually. But they're ideal size-wise. They're hard. They're not going to break. They're not going to rip. She can't rip the pages out. She can't lose it. You know, they're ideal then. So they're for Harper in a bag. I also got her a little drawing pad. It's just paper. She obviously is not going to be writing essays or diaries and stuff like that in it, but at least she can have a little scribble in there. I got her some pens and pencils, which I forgot that I got her actually, because last week I bought her a little Tinkerbell pens and pencil thing in like a little tube, but this was like 99p from Toys R Us or something like that, so I just got it. And of course it's mini as well. If you are an avid Florida trip person, if that's what you want to call yourself, you will probably understand the, what word is it? The need. It's not a need, it's probably a want to buy and dress your children in Disney stuff when you go away to Florida. I can't help it, and I'm sure it's not just me. There'll be people out there that do the same. So whenever I see something, if it's Disney, fantastic, I'll get it. Like that. that's Minnie Mouse. The other thing was Tinkerbell. Like, I know these are Peppa Pig things, but that's like a princess thing, and I just had to get it. I could not get like a Teletubbies thing or a CBeebies or something like, no. We're going to Florida, we are going to Disney, they get Disney stuff. Also in our hand luggage bag, in each of our hand luggage bags, I have put hats and some sunglasses in there. That just saves us trips in through the big bags, to be honest, when we get there. It's going to be hot. We're probably not going to be going out in the sun, like just to the rental car and stuff, but at least it's there and they can probably wear them in the car, they can wear them when we get there, and we don't have to go trips in through big cases to try and find them. When we get there, we'll probably be going pretty much straight out. We'll just unpack a few little things, but at least they'll have the hats and the sunglasses to be able to just go out in the sun pretty much straight away. Also, I am going to be putting in some sun cream. Now, this has not got the label on, but I think it's like, well, you can get this anywhere. Harper's ripped this label off and I can't remember what make it is. I think it's Nivea because of the colours. But this is an ample size. I can't even remember what mil it is either. But I am going to attempt to put one of these in our cases. Or at least in the pocket of the big case. And by attempt, I don't mean I'm going to try and take liquids through the airport and stuff like that. I don't mean it like that. If it is 50 mil, because you can take 100 mil each, I will be putting this in one of our bags. Again, just for ease when we get there, we have some sun cream ready. This is also an ample size to take around the parks as well, to be fair. It's so little. Look how little it is. You can see. It's so small. It is cream, and I did like the spray last time, but this size is good. I can't go wrong with this size, to be fair. So this is ideal for, again, just to stick in your hand luggage for when you get there, to save you raking through your big cases. Also when you're visiting the parks throughout your holiday as well. This is ideal. I've also got the kids some little pack lunch box things. I'm not going to do packed lunches, but I'm going to put some little snacks in there. Now, you do have to be careful what you're going to be taking into America. You can't take like your fruit and your vegetables and your meat and stuff like that, but in here I can just put some, well, I'll just stick some like mini cheddars in, and little crisp little snacks, little things like that. I can put meat in them, that's not a problem, as long as I eat them. Not me, the kids, eat them before we get off the plane, or we dispose of them before we get off the plane. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I'll put in there, but I'll just put some stuff in there just to tide them over on the plane. No idea what the food is going to be like on there, don't know if they're going to eat it, so I at least want to be prepared for that. I might put some like them little lunchable things, Dairy lunchable ham cheese things. I was thinking of that. I might get some little sausages and little cocktail sausages and things like that, sausage rolls, just some little bites to it. But again, as long as we eat them or we dispose of them before we leave the plane, before we get over there in America, then that's fine. That's absolutely fine. These two are good to take in the parks. We probably won't take both of them. We'll probably only take the one. If, for example, you are at a breakfast buffet and the kids want to take something away with them, it's not recommended. I wouldn't take a full buffet, or I wouldn't take a full meal away. But if the kids are like eating a bun or a muffin, or they're still eating something, then and you're ready to leave, then they can take it with them. And if it's something like that they can put in there and save for later on, then that's what I'll do with them. I will take, again, one of those probably to the parks a day. I might probably put some crisps and stuff when we go to Walmart. I might see if there's any other little like lunchable things in there for them as well, just to snack on throughout the day. But yeah, I'll be taking those to the parks as well. Another thing that's going to go in the hand luggage, probably mine, is a first aid kit. You can never be too careful, can you? You can never be too prepared. I need to go through these because I think there might be some pins and stuff in there, which obviously I'm sure I can't take on the airline or anything like that. But the plasters, there's some cream, I've put some paracetamol in there, I've put some Calpol in there for the kids, just in case they need something. Only them little sachet things as well, which are great. They're about 5 mil, I think. They're literally like a spoonful full, so you can take that on the plane. That's not a problem. That's under your 100 mil per person. So that's in there. What else is in there? Again, plasters, paracetamol, some little bandage, just for ease, some tape, it's better to be safe than sorry, isn't it? It's better to be prepared. So again, that will be coming with us in hand luggage and probably throughout the day, again, in our theme park bags. Now, if you've not got small toddling children, you probably won't be that interested in this little bit. But for those that have, we've travelled with Zach and Harper when they were babies. I haven't travelled with a toddler as yet. This is this year. This is the first time this year. Harper is still in nappies. So we will be taking a massive pack of nappies, or at least one. We will obviously be taking baby wipes. I know you can get them at Walmart. Obviously with the dollar rate not being, or the pound or whatever it is, it's not very good at the minute. So we will be taking what we can take. It's also beneficial because you do, if for example your child's got sensitive skin or needs to use a certain make, like Harper don't get on with Asda's nappies. So we bought our Aldi's. Now I know they have Aldi and Lidl out there, but I will have to go checking for it. So I'm just going to take some. I don't want to mess about like that. I'll just stick them in the case. We won't end up having to take them home. We'll probably use them all. But I will be taking the nappies with us, as I will be with the swim nappies too. Now they do have swim nappies out there, but I did notice last time that they were quite expensive, so I imagine them to be even more expensive now again with the rate. So I would recommend taking these from England, to be honest. They're only little, they're only thin, they're not going to take up much. You can fold them up and everything, they're not going to take up much room at all, but definitely I would highly recommend taking them from here. In addition to the nappies and the toddler and the potty training and all things like that, I cannot recommend this Nappy Rash cream enough. Now, the first time we went with Zach, he was 11 months old, and I was a new mum. Zach had never had Nappy Rash whatsoever, but when we went swimming, I just didn't think, I thought he'd be alright in this for a little bit longer than he actually was, and he got quite bad Nappy Rash. Now, Sudocrem got rid of it eventually. It took a while, but Harper this time around has suffered with Nappy Rash quite a bit, and again I think that's because she has a little bit of a reaction to Asda's nappies. That's where it all started. This was the only thing that got rid of it, so this is 100% coming with us this time. It's so good. Sudocrem might do good, Sudocrem might work for your child. It's ideal, it's like a barrier, but this is just that little bit stronger. Should they get Nappy Rash, it does soothe and treat it 100%. It is amazing, so I cannot recommend that enough. That will probably be going with us every single day, to be fair, particularly on swimming days. Oh, there is just one more thing that is a must-have and a must-take for Florida, in my opinion. Swim shoes. 100% you must get the kids swim shoes. They are literally the must-have thing, in my opinion, to take to Florida. They keep the kids' feet safe. They are hard on the bottom. They're not solid, they're not like shoes, but they are safe. They keep them safe from standing on anything really sharp or hot. You not actually realise until well after you've done it, after you've gone and done your little on the floor, got in the pool, got out the pool, thought later on maybe, oh, my feet are a little bit sore, and then you've got this big massive burning blister on the bottom of your feet. Well, this will stop this. These will go with us when we also go to theme parks that have little water areas, such as in Epcot. They have little like sprays and stuff that the kids will run through. I don't particularly want them running through barefoot, so they will 100% be in our bags on them days. As obviously the water parks, these are a dream on the water parks. The kids can just run around as they please in them. They can go in the big pool, they can go in the little pools, they can go in the down the slides in them. They are a godsend, and they are so cheap. These were £3.50. These were from Sports Direct. These were just £3.50 from Sports Direct, and they are worth every single penny. They are worth their weight in gold, honestly. For kids, out of everything that I've showed you, if you're going to get one thing out of what I've showed you, please get these. I can't wait to see Harper in these little things. Look how little they are. She's got such small feet. She's only a size 5. When she was walking, she wasn't even a shoe size, so we couldn't even get her any shoes. So I've actually struggled this year to find some sandals, and some nice sandals like that are small enough, because her feet are just so small. but luckily these go quite small as well. The sizes that these start in are quite small, so yeah, I'll put the link down below for you to go and have a look and go check Sports Direct out for these. Just a couple more little things to mention. Sharpies. You need your Sharpies, and we need our Sharpies, our colour coordinated Sharpies, for the autographs. We will be getting an autograph book when we get there, most probably, but we have this, I'll say we, it's mainly Alex, and it did rub off on Carl and Zoe, like, well, it rubbed off on Zoe. Carl is a bit like me, like, whatever, but depending on who we go, I'm going to explain this to you now, and you might think this is really silly, but this is like a Disney thing. Green, we would probably get Tinkerbell to sign the book with. Pink, we would probably get Belle to sign the book with. Red, we would probably get Mickey or Minnie to sign the book with. Purple, we would probably get Sophia to sign the book with. And blue, we would, have I just said blue? I think I've already said, no? And blue, we would get Cinderella to sign the book with. So do you get what I'm saying? Like, we have a full range of Sharpie colours for whichever character to sign with. And to be honest, I'm taking the mick out of him, but the autographs books do look quite cool, to be fair, all colour coordinated with the characters and stuff. So we will 100% be taking our Sharpies this year. We've got some more just in case they run out, but we this is just one of our things that we do. We are also hiring a pram, buggy, pushchair, whatever you want to call it, this year. Again with Kingdom Strollers, that's who we hired it with last year, double buggy. So last year we'll probably get away with having a double buggy because Zach will be too big from after this trip. He isn't too big now, I think he's like an inch or centimetre even under the requirement, but after this trip I don't think we'll be hiring another double buggy. However, this year Zoe very kindly gave us one of these. It is to hang on to your pushchair. Now, our normal pushchair that we will be taking through the airport is just a two-handle thing. The pushchair that we will be hiring from Kingdom Strollers is one that goes straight across. So this is fantastic for hanging stuff on the handle. It's really, really good. Obviously it's not going to be anything exotic or heavy that we'll be hanging on, but it's just for ease. Put a little small bag on there, hang it on. I think she got this off Amazon, to be fair. I'll try and find it and pop a link down below. Anything that you see here, obviously it might not be possible, but I will try and put links down below in the description to try and show you where to get them, to try and give you an idea of how much they are and things like that. But yeah, this was a very, very, very good tool for the pram, specifically because we had one handle. I think that's pretty much everything, to be honest with you. Obviously there's going to be far more that's in our bag than just these little bits, but these little few bits are some, although small, they're quite major, as in the HAKZ thing, having them right there for when you get there, the sun cream thing, having that right there for when you get there, the little snacks to keep your kids happy on the plane, the nappy cream again is a godsend. Just if your baby's still in nappies or they're at least going to be wearing swim nappies, just get it, just as a precautionary measure. Like, it is amazing. I'm sure they have it in America as well, but it's very, very, very good. I've just showed you today what we've got. Harper, Zach's also got some little pads and things like that he can draw in. He's got a colouring book, he's got a wrestling book. Just little things like that to make the trip easier goes a long way. I'm sure you'll agree if you're a parent. We've got like change of clothes, baby wipes, as I've already mentioned. I have also got Harper a wristband that I haven't got here, unfortunately, because we used it for Hull Fair last week. I don't know if she'll use it, but at least we've got it. Neither kids have had reins on at any point throughout the growing up. They've always been quite good and understood that if they was to wander away, then they would just go back in the pram. So I'm hopeful that we won't have to use it, but I will be taking it just in case. But yeah, I don't think there's much more in that bag, to be fair, than other than what I've already showed you. But every little helps, doesn't it? I really hope that even if you just take one of these little hints and tips away with you as a parent travelling with young children, that it helps and it's beneficial, because I know how difficult it is. I know from taking, I think it was Harper, she was 10 months old. When we got on that Virgin flight, the air hostess recognised us, not like that, but she clocked us straight away that we had a small child. We didn't have, Harper wasn't small enough for a cot bed thing, what they have, can't remember what they're called now. For like a bulkhead seat, there was another little baby that obviously got that, but she wouldn't have been able to fit in anywhere. So she clocked us straight away that there was a small baby, that there was a small child, maybe needed a little bit of help. So she very kindly, this air hostess on Virgin, put a blanket across, a few seats back from us, put a blanket across 3 seats and said to us, if you want to go lay down with her, just go back there, it's absolutely fine. I've like sorted that chair out for you, I've sorted that row out for you, if you want it, it's yours, which was amazing. We went down there, I went down there with Harper for, not for very long, just to see if she wanted to lay down, just have a little stretch and stuff like that. And I heard a few comments from an older man that was in front of that row who clearly was not happy that now a child, baby, 10-month-old baby, innocent baby, not has a clue about anything in the world as yet, literally only wants feeding, entertaining, a bum changing, and sleep. He was not happy that she was residing behind him, let's say, and he let a few people know about it, which made it a little bit uncomfortable, but I didn't find out until after the event. So at the time I was not that bothered. I didn't get stressed about it or anything like that. If you get stressed as a mum or a dad, if you get stressed, then that's when your baby gets stressed. So my biggest tip is to just relax, just let whatever happens happen. If they want to go do whatever, then let them go do whatever. If they want to mess about sitting on the floor, I know it's pretty disgusting, but if they're happy, they're happy. Just let them do whatever they want to do, obviously within reason. You don't want them banging on the back of the chair and stuff like that, do you? But the more you stress about it, the more you tell them not to do something, the more they're going to want to do it, aren't they? Now, another one of my tips for travelling with young children is not letting them roam. Now Harper and Zach have obviously been in car seats for a long time. They know that they're in the car, they're travelling, they've got the seatbelt on, they can't go anywhere. Harper's a little bit more restless than Zach used to be, but Zach was very happy. If he's strapped in, he was strapped in, he didn't want to go anywhere. So my tip is, as soon as you get on that plane, it's not ideal. I'm not telling you to strap your kids in and not letting them move all through the 9-hour flight. But if you strap them in and they know that they can't move, they're not going to want to move. If they're used to car seats and things like that, they're not going to want to get up and walk around. The minute that you let them walk around, even if that's 10 minutes into the flight, they are going to want to do it for the whole 8 hours. I guarantee it. They will not want to sit down on your knee. So if you just try and restrict them, and again, I'm not saying restrict them, tie them to the seat for the whole 9 hour. I'm not saying that. Let them just meander around your area in front of your seats. Again, on the floor, let them sit on the floor, or let them just mosey along the seats or whatever. As soon as you let them up to wander up and down the aisles, that is when I think problems will occur, because you will struggle to get them back in that seat if they know they can get up and they can just wander around the aircraft. Zach knows now that he can't just get up and wander. He knows that he can just go to the loo. Again, I don't know how Harper's going to be, but if she again is in this middle seat and does have no knowledge from the off that she can get up and that she wants to go for a walk, or Harper, I have no idea what she's going to be like. She's a little bit older now. She does kind of understand, she listens, well, in a fashion. She does kind of understand the right and the wrong, and she knows that she does something wrong, that she don't get something. She knows all that. She has a very good idea, well, as good an idea as a 2-year-old could get. But I think if I was to still let her have free reign of that aircraft, that she would take full advantage of it and not sit down. So I'm going to make sure I try and get the middle row of the aircraft, which I too found last year. We went on the way there, we was on the edge in the 3-seater, because Harper was obviously on my knee. So we had Alex, Zach and me with Harper on my knee for the 3. On the way back we had a seat plus, so we managed to get in the middle row, and I felt as a mum with a baby on my knee that the middle row was so much more better. It felt so much more open and less claustrophobic, and I felt like there was more room than being at the edge, like in an edge 3. And I know we had an extra seat, there was 4, but that extra seat didn't make no difference. That just laid on there. That didn't really do it wasn't that seat that made the difference. It just seemed to be the middle of the plane, seemed to be higher up. I don't know if it was, I don't know if it is, but it just seemed like there was more room around. So I would definitely 100%, if you can, if you've got a small child on your knee, to try and sit in the middle of the plane. I like window seats. Who don't like a window seat? Well, I know some people don't actually like window seats. I shouldn't say that, because some people are quite scared of flying and that would probably petrify them. But the middle seats, flying with children, are probably the better seats, to be honest with you. But if you have any questions or anything that you want to ask me, I get a lot of comments and messages from people asking me about flying with kids and what to do and what to take and how was your, and all stuff like that. I get a lot of that. So I do hope this has answered a few of your questions. Again, even if you just take one thing away from this, then I've done what I came here to do, so thank you. But yeah, we are 7 days away from the start of our vacation, which is just scary. It's really scary, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing. I'm still recovering slightly from my tonsillitis. I'm back at work today. When this goes out, I'll be back at work. I only have a few days left, luckily, but I'm sure that everything will be all right by the time we go. So fingers crossed. Thank you again for watching. Again, if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. It might not be answered straight away, because again, in a week's time we'll be off on our jollies, so please forgive me if it's not answered immediately, but I will get back to you as soon as I can. A few people have also asked when the vlogs are going to be up. I have no idea when the vlogs are going to be up when we get back. Like, I don't know. I can't say that it'll be up so and so, unfortunately. I have a family to think about, and so I can't say right now when the vlogs are going to start. Hopefully like sooner rather than later, but I'm just going to have to play it by ear. When we get back, start editing and just see how it goes. We will be probably periscoping at some point, so if you don't already follow us, make sure you're following us on there. Again, also on Twitter, Facebook. We might do a couple of Facebook lives when we're out there as well. I don't know about Snapchat because I'm not that overly keen on it, to be fair. I like following other people's snaps, but I don't really like doing my own. I don't know, it just doesn't do anything for me. I don't really 100% understand it just yet. But yeah, feel free to follow us on all the forms of social media. If you haven't already as well, I now have a new blog. It is themoneysavingmum.com. If you haven't already subscribed to us, feel free to subscribe over there. You'll probably see a few of these little items, to be fair, mentioned in there. As I go on my travels, I take pictures and I'll post them on my Instagram. So again, The Money Saving Mum is on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. So feel free to go check me out over there. Thank you again for watching, and I'm not sure when we'll see you again. I'm going to try and upload a vlog the day we go. I'm going to try. I can't promise, but I will try my hardest, because there is a few little bits of packing vlogs that I've been taking over the last week. But again, it's been very hard because we've been trying to do that without the kids knowing, or without the kids being around, or particularly Zach. I've been doing things when Harper's been around, and she doesn't understand it anyway. So, but particularly Zach, he would be, yeah, no, 100% if I started talking about it or I started packing my case. So it's a no-no when he's around. So there might be just a few little packing vlogs going up. There might just be a packing vlog going up on that Tuesday, but we'll see. Don't quote me. If I don't speak to you again before we go away, we will see you again on Wednesday. I am going to be scheduling some what we've done Wednesdays in the next couple of weeks, so we will still be here posting on the Wednesday. Feel free to go check them out. 5 o'clock on a Wednesday, they will be posted. So thank you again for watching, and we shall see you when we see you. Bye.